Well, hello. Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today's reading will be for mid-April for the sign of Taurus, and there will be an extended offer on this reading, Taurus. I had a tie between your sign and another one the last month, and the way that goes is if you like the reading and you want to see extendeds for your sign, go ahead and hit that big thumbs up on the video, and I will tally up the videos at the end of each couple of weeks to see which one gets the extended. The reason I'm doing that is because my schedule is limited and I can't do all the signs. So I figured that might be a fair way to do it. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, I have the information now available in the description box, along with a link at the bottom of the page if you are interested in making a donation to the channel to help support me here on YouTube. Being a small creator, I'm not able to monopolize YouTube, so I don't make any extra off of this channel. I do it because it interests me and I'm inspired, but I also put a lot of time and effort into this, and I do have a full-time job, so just thought I'd put that out there. Oh, and if you're coming back as a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate your support so much. You have no idea. And if this is the first time, welcome. I'm glad you found me. So we're going to go ahead and see what's going on for you mid-April. And then we'll deal some cards of advice. Okay. So you got the 8 of Hearts, Jack of Hearts, 7 of Clubs, 2 of Clubs. Just 1 second here. Let me wrap my intuition around this and see what's going on. There's some kind of communication that needs to happen. That popped out first just when glancing at the cards here. The 2 of Clubs tells me there's some kind of balance that needs to occur probably between you and another person. You're feeling trapped in some way. And I think that it ties in with the communication that needs to happen. Like, it's getting to the point where things are so stagnant and they're not going anywhere because there's a lack of exchange. Some kind of flow, some kind of channel needs to be open between you and maybe it's an organization. That's not off the table, but I feel like it's going to be one person in particular. It might be this younger water sign. I don't think this is you. I think this is an external influence going on in this reading. So we're looking at a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And I think they're pretty significant to you because that 8 of Hearts talks about going out and having fun and socializing, spending time with family and friends, but there's also the potential with the 8 of Hearts to meet that special person. Usually romantic, but doesn't have to be. Just can be like somebody you feel really connected to on some other level. Could even be a business partner, honestly. But it's more about enjoying life. It's more about the pleasures of life, you know. So that person probably is involved in this communication that needs to happen. Maybe you're interested in them. Maybe you're interested in them, and this is why you're feeling stuck, because it's not going anywhere because you haven't made your feelings known. Nice. If it's as simple as that, we should have some good advice for you here. The Queen of Hearts, again, you have water energy being highlighted, and the 5 of Spades, interesting. 7 of Diamonds, and the Queen of Spades. The Queen of Spades, I'll just first tell you, it is an air energy, but it's also, be it an external person or be it you, it's about somebody who's keeping to themselves. And what did I just say with this communication that needs to happen? I think you've been... I'm hearing the word withdrawing, but withdrawing is not the first word that comes to mind. When I think about somebody who's not expressing themselves, it's not that you're well, you could be withdrawn in that sense, right? You're holding back. Almost, I don't like to use this word, but you're like, it's like you're hiding something. You know, it's something you've been feeling for a while, something you've been thinking about for a while, and yeah, you're keeping your mouth shut. So in that sense, you are being mysterious. Your people around you don't know where you're coming from. There's a little bit of alienation with that, right? Because people don't know exactly what's going on with you internally. Again, that's air energy, but I feel like that encapsulates just what I was just saying. But the Queen of Hearts, interesting. Again, it's that water sign energy. Doesn't have to be that other person, because this one right here is that mothering and nurturing side of things. She's got a little bit of power and authority. I think you're feeling very nurturing towards this person. And they probably evoke this in you. Like, I'm not saying you're not a nurturing person by nature, but it's like exemplified. It's like magnified. Yeah, and it all points in the direction of romantic feelings, doesn't it? It's about wanting to take care of others. Now with the Five of Spades, it just brings me a little bit of pause, because this is about some kind of breakup. Now I'm not seeing the end of a relationship, honestly, so I don't think the breakup is about that. I don't think it's about breaking off with somebody. Unless you're already in a relationship, and that needs to end, that could be what this signifies. I'm also kind of feeling that it's about breaking off from old patterns. Again, keeping your mouth shut, not letting people know what you're feeling. Because you're nervous, anxious, self-conscious, I dare say afraid of those feelings, because they bring up all kinds of anxiety for you, perhaps. The Seven of Diamonds is about avoiding gambles and unnecessary risks. This could be the energy that you're in. You're feeling like it's a big risk to expose yourself this way. You don't like to be this vulnerable. Honestly, normally I would see this with pertaining to finance, but there's nothing about finance out here, boy. This is about some kind of internal, almost in a dilemma that's going on with you. It's an inside battle you're fighting to get out of this stuck energy, and you're feeling like it's so risky. There's like a huge risk to expose your feelings. It's almost insecurity, in the sense that if you expose yourself to them, you tell them how you feel, and they don't feel the same way, then you feel rejected. But I'm seeing that energy of just like, you need to break yourself off from that. As simple as it sounds, it's just, you gotta stop thinking that way. You gotta stop putting your energy into this anxiety and focus on what it is you truly desire. Because anxiety, fear, that'll hold you back in any area of life, certainly in personal relationships. What else can you tell me about Taurus and their mid-April? The Queen of Clubs. Look at all the Queen energy. Interesting, when I pull out the Queen of Diamonds, I always think of Taurus. Even if you're male, I don't know, there's some kind of association in my brain, at least, between Queen energy and Taurus, and especially Pentacles, because that's Earth energy. But look at the Queens you got out here. Now, the Queen of Clubs is more of a fire sign energy. It is that, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I don't necessarily think you have another character. I think, again, the Queen energy is expressing itself through nurturing. Over here, keeping herself quiet, keeping herself mysterious, and then with this one, it's about support and generosity. So perhaps the way you've been expressing your affection for this person, your fondness, is through support and generosity. Maybe you have been very generous with them, and you're supporting them in some way. This could be in, for example, some kind of work situation where that's easy to show your support and your day-to-day generosity by, helping them out. Or just, again, could be somebody in your circle, a friend that you really feel more for than you're letting on. Things are up in the air. Boy, that's a given, I would say. No kidding, right? It's also the Fool energy. You don't know where this is headed. and things are up in the air, they're unsettled. Sorry, I gotta get something to drink. Yeah, things are unsettled for sure because you're not letting the cat out of the bag. You're not wanting to face those feelings that are much deeper than you're letting on. On the outside, I think you're a friend. Again, you're a friend, you're a support to this person. But that's all you are. You're in the friend zone. If you ever heard that term, you're in the friend zone. And you're afraid to be vulnerable with them. For some reason, maybe bad experiences in the past, or just, this kind of an innate insecurity you've had that you've kind of done battle with your whole life. And it's being triggered and it's coming to the surface. Now with the Four of Spades, this is kind of going off on a different track. Talks about the security around home and some kind of stress being relieved there. So your home life, I would gather, is very solid. You don't have any issues going on there. Financially, you're probably fine. Tauruses love to be materially stable. They like their security, feeling grounded. When they're not grounded, they're completely out of their element, and they don't feel safe. So what else can you tell me about Taurus and their mid-April? And this mysterious relationship that's trying to blossom. The King of Clubs, the Ace of Clubs. The King of Clubs, again, is that fire sign energy. It's a little bit more controlling. Support and generosity. Again, someone that people can go to for advice. Yeah, this person sees you as a friend. A very good friend. But you want more. It's kind of classic. And with the Ace of Clubs, you're being challenged to have a new start. And I believe the new start is about learning a new language, like learning a new way to express yourself. Probably in this relationship matter. Because that Ace of Clubs is about learning new skills, gaining knowledge, maybe even, I'm hearing gaining confidence. Gaining confidence. And the King, again, is more that dominant energy, more so than a queen. We're not looking at male females with kings and queens. It's just different expressions of that power behind those face cards, because they do have their own power. Nobody's disempowered here. Perhaps even the Jacks, even though they're lesser, I'll just say, this is kind of a side note for you, even though they're kind of a lesser energy, they're just less experienced, doesn't mean they don't have their own personal power. Here, I think you're trying to break out of that mold. Again, you're trying to break up from that old way of operating. You don't really want to be in this stuck place. You don't want to be in this stuck energy. You want this person to know how you feel, and you want it to flow. There's just all these unknowns. Fool card, things being unsettled. There's just these unknowns, and it's not making you feel very safe. Taurus doesn't like that. I have my own personal experience with Taurus, so if you haven't been with me before, that's why I'm speaking as though I am a Taurus, but I'm not. But I've had some pretty close personal dealings with them, so I feel like I have some insight into that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and look at your cards of advice before we go into the extended. There will be a little bit of advice here, but we'll explore more in the extended reading, which will be available on Vimeo if you'd like to rent or purchase. Cards of advice. 9 of Diamonds. Wow. 9 of Spades. Completions. Something coming to an end. Something coming to an end, or it has just ended. Ace of Hearts. Yeah. This is juicy. And that 8 of Diamonds, yeah. So the 8 of Diamonds and the 9 of Diamonds talk about the finances. It is highlighting that earth energy because it is about abundance, the material goods. But I think it's just recognizing that you've achieved a lot in life, especially with the 9 of Diamonds. You're in this place, I think, where you can explore relationships better. That's what I'm picking up on. And with the Nine of Spades, there's something in your past here that was a disappointment and a loss. And again, it's a completion, so it's behind you. That could be acknowledging that you were rejected in the past, that you had these insecurities, that you have these insecurities about opening yourself up again. Yeah, you have that in the past. You have kind of a mixed bag, right? You have the achievement, and then you have the disappointment and almost a feeling rejection energy. I think someone rejected you in the past. That's what's stopping you in the present. Okay, you're still living in the past then. That's what that means. And with the Ace of Hearts, you're really being encouraged here to take this new start, to take this leap of faith and follow your heart, what you truly desire. There's no shame in it. Even if that person would never consider you to be relationship material, there's no shame in having those feelings. I think many of us grapple with that. We think we're not good enough, or if someone isn't interested in us, we start to look at ourselves. We turn that mirror on ourselves and we think, what's wrong? What's wrong? Why? And then if it goes too far, we start criticizing ourselves and say, yeah, of course I'm not good enough. You know, not sure which fits your situation or how you operate inside your internal processes. But this is encouraging you to take that leap of faith. That is that new start, especially around the heart matters. Solo effort is associated with Eight of Diamonds. A lot of times it's entrepreneurial. I don't think we're looking at you starting a new business. But taking this solo effort on, hard work and energy and time being put into this is going to pay off. Even if it's not about paying off in the sense that this becomes the relationship of your life, you have to look at it as the effort is giving you, well, first of all, it's building your confidence and courage, but it will give you that experience to go forward. Because eights are about that forward progress. They're not about things being stuck. Looking very positive here, Taurus, honestly. Very positive. Any more cards of advice for Taurus, please? Six of Diamonds. Look at all the opportunities you're going to have here to take. Well, it seems a bit of a tangent, but no, it goes along with the Earth sign here. The Earth sign energy. It's about taking financial responsibility. I don't know, maybe you're stuck in some area around relationships and it's kind of blocking your abundance and it's not flowing in the way it could. Not that you need to do anything other than work on this relationship issue, this communication, getting out of the stuck place with the Seven of Clubs, breaking off from those old habits. I've often talked about that before. I'm not going to go into it too deep, but I've relayed in some of my readings how we can be stuck in one area and it affects another area of our life when we don't see it that way. But it's all about energy flow. So if you're putting too much energy into hiding, from this and trying to avoid your feelings, yeah, it's gonna express itself some other way. You can't just block up energy. Energy doesn't stay still. It's not stagnant. It has to, just like electricity and wires, they have to go somewhere. Whether that's making a loop or reaching the ground and producing a bolt of electricity, like a lightning bolt. It's not going to stay still in the sky and just hover around there. The same thing in how we conduct our lives. It kind of works the same way. It's just not as visible to us, but we can certainly feel it. And we can see the physical results. Ace of Diamonds. Again, a new start. Look, you've got the three aces out here. There's only one more, and I don't feel like that one's going to come out. It doesn't matter, but I don't think that that fourth ace is going to come out. But this one is about increasing your abundance again. This is tied to your enrichment in life. That's my interpretation. We're not looking at you focusing on work and increasing your income necessarily. I think that's already going very well for you, as denoted with the Four of Spades. I think it's just going to make your life richer. It's a metaphor, in other words. The new starts that are going to unblock what has probably unconsciously you didn't realize it was blocking that flow in your life. If you've been frustrated with an employment situation, and I always remember, because you had a pretty intense employment situation going on the latter half of 2022, where you were embarking on a new journey, a new effort, a new opportunity, and it was a bumpy road. I think you stuck it out. I think some of you might still be involved with that new pursuit, but what I'm getting from this reading is you need to free up this energy around relationships and connecting with apparently this person here. Again, younger water sign, or less experienced in some way, even if they're not significantly younger than you. You may not know their age either. It's just someone that you perceive as being younger at heart, again, lesser experience. They're not perhaps quite as involved with their career as you are. It could be a multitude of things with that young energy, but I think it is kind of along those lines. So I am going to stop it there. Again, if you're interested in the reading, the extended is going to be sorry, I keep stuttering. I hate when I do that. The extended link will be available in the description box if you're interested in that. Thank you for joining me today. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Don't forget to check the description box for information regarding personal readings if you're interested. And if I don't see you on the extended reading, enjoy the rest of your April, Taurus. Hang in there. I think you're just going through a little learning experience here, but I think you can handle it. Yep, I'm counting on it. See you again soon. Again, in the extended, we will cover this area that you're stuck and some possible ways to clear up that stuck energy, what skills you could utilize to help you out of this challenge. I hope to see you in the extended.